Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. We've loaded back into Ellie's file because I went ahead and got the records for the other three. I also went ahead and looked up what some of these were, like this, and this are storyline related. These are the actual bonding events. I believe Randy is high enough. Tio, she might be high enough when we make the drop with the doll. And we still have to get one thing for Lloyd before we have this. So I believe I just need his stereo and then we have that. Otherwise, can't get that one. I can get this one because the New Game Plus one doesn't count. I looked up, can get that one. Not that one. I can get that one. This is essentially New Game Plus unless you want to spend an eternity grinding. And you can't get that one either. But we're on track to get this one. And these two will probably be New Game Plus. Basically, I'm just looking for a lot of stuff to carry into the New Game Plus mode so that I can maximize my yield. What a marvelous hotel! My comrades here in Crossbow never fail to treat me to the best. Branch manager certain did me a favor and booked this room for me. He might just look like a humble angler, but he's actually pretty well off. Is it my imagination or are they walking slower? It was risky, but I somehow managed to snag a room here. Had to wait for hours hoping someone would cancel the reservation. Worth it in the end, I guess. No, why did Wazy have to leave already? I could never get tired of admiring that handsome face of his. You are all friends of Mr. Hemisphere, yes? If you're looking for a place to eat, I can't recommend the restaurant Fortuna enough. You'll find it right down the hall. Or right down in the mall. Did you order room service by chance? If you can give me a moment, I'll have your drinks and meal right out. No one there. It's been a long day. Might be a little early, but I think I'm going to turn in for the night. Three cheers to the anniversary festival and the amazing parties it brings. Hear, hear. Is it about time for the tourists to head on back? Wonder why all those people are heading to the residential area. Party, perhaps? And supposedly you can buy the Mishi thing over at the antique shop I looked up. I think I've got it. From everything you said, sounds like you really want to mix things up and go bold. That hat might be perfect for you. I think I'll pass this time. Well, looks absolutely marvelous on you, dear. You've struck the perfect balance, incorporating all the latest trends in a way that pops but isn't too busy. If only Mr. Hemisphere worked for us, he could teach us a thing or two about style. Just what don't you get up to, Wazy? Clearly he did not take a vow of poverty. Still have to go out to the harbor, but we'll hit up the restaurant here. Would you look at the time? Speaker Hartman's party is about to start. We better hurry on over to his mansion. Hope my wife enjoys herself. It's my first time bringing her with me, you see. My husband says he's taking me to a party tonight here in Michelin. Quite excited for it. I wonder what kind of party it could be. Yeep. You're still eating? Goodness, my life savings. Or goddess, my life savings. Yes, this dish. It's a masterpiece. Who cares about not being able to buy that dumb jewel? All my anger is being swept away in this decadent rush of flavor. How would you like dinner accompanied by a bottle of El Voile? It's one of the finest Erebonian wines in existence. I don't think that's French. I don't know what that is. El Voile, maybe? It may fetch a modest price, but rest assured, its aroma is set to rival even the famous Grand Chardonnay. Grand Chardonnay, if I remember correctly, that's a vintage wine they produced in the Laboral Kingdom, right? I hear a bottle went for nearly 500,000 mira in an auction they held over there a few years ago. 500,000? I know people enjoy their wine, but to sell for that much? The world of a wine connoisseur is one I cannot begin to understand. Hey, if it's that good, I'd love a taste. I think I'll go for a glass, you know, see if it lives up to its reputation. I'm joking. Cool your jets, Teotot. I should hope so. So I believe that's what Olivir drank in Sky 1 that got him in trouble in Bose. I can't remember the mayor's name. She was the one who bought it, though, and he drank it. If I've got my calendar right, today's the last day of the anniversary festival. I've heard the city is going all out with their festivities. Darn, now I wish I'd went. What a feast. There's nothing more satisfying than having a delicious meal. Each new dish I try is another unforgettable memory. This day couldn't get any better. On top of all the park's goodness, I managed to give Mishi a good kick. Basically the heart of the Michelin Wonderland experience. Did nearly get me thrown out of the park, though. My son really drained all his batteries playing at the theme park. That roller coaster was out of this world. If I could put it into words, it'd be like, whoosh! Something like that. What am I gonna do with him? He can barely handle thrill rides, but he still forced himself to get on with us. Well, we hadn't had a family trip in a while, so I'm really happy he was able to make it. I'll have to thank my husband later for clearing his schedule for us. I'm gonna be sick. Yep, threw up in the fountain. That way all the people have something to remember. Were you able to catch the fireworks show? Should be able to spot them from anywhere in Michelin. They soar right to the tippy top of the sky, and then boom. The nightly parade is currently underway inside the park. All of Michelin's beloved mascots are merrily marching to the beat to the Michi at the front. It's one of a kind spectacle just for our park guests. So they do have other mascots, which you don't really see until Cold Steel. Yeah, I feel sorry for the guy who has to clean up the fountain after that guy's done. Almost missed these two. Man, today was the best day of my life. Happy 70th birthday, Crossbell. I'm not sure one day was enough to take in everything here. I'd like to come back soon. My friend and I spent the whole day playing around at the theme park. We weren't planning to stay that long, so it was a real shock when we noticed the sun had already set. We need to hurry. We need to get to the ferry. It's almost time for it to leave. Let's hurry. About time we arrived. That jerry-built ship hardly left me any time before the auction. Suppose that leaves me no choice but to hurry there. The ship bound for Crossville City has just arrived. Please stand by while we prepare to board. I was hoping I'd come here and sweep a gorgeous rich woman off her feet, but I discovered an unfortunate truth. These ladies are too much for me to handle. That became disastrously clear as the day went on. Yep, we're not allowed to go in. My man here claims he's going to win me something beautiful at the auction. And his poor wife doesn't know a thing. So if you don't know, he's going to run into his wife there. I think his wife's actually with Wazy. It's about time to head to the Speaker's mansion. Tonight will be one to remember, in more ways than you even realize, man. Ship's going to leave without us if we don't hurry. Sure, the theme park was enjoyable. I really want to go into the jewelry store. Honestly, what a stupid rule to have. I see you dressed to impress, or at least attempted to. By chance, were you also invented to Speaker Hartman's place tonight? Do you notice all the black suits guarding Speaker Hartman's place? Guess when you're essentially Crossville's boss, your security can't be anything short of perfect. Listen, Upsell, since you're my fiancé, you have to be aware of how I feel at any given moment, alright? Are you feeling a bit chilly at me? We've been talking about the water side almost all day, and it's not the warmest outside. How about we head back to the mansion and I'll whip you up a hot bowl of soup? Okay. He's still got a lot to learn to be a gentleman, but I think he deserves a passing grade at least. By the time I'm done with him, he'll be the coolest, most proper gentleman to ever walk the continent. Emmy, did you catch a cold or something? Your face is red as an apple. Well, I should be off. Showing up late won't earn me any favors. And here's the moment of truth, guys. Now, I don't know how much of this is voice acted, so we'll see if I can get it all in one go. Lloyd put on his glasses.
シュバルツオークションへ招待カードを見せていただけますか？
ああ、これでいいかな。
念のためお名前を伺ってもよろしいですか？
ガイ・バニングスだ。身分を明かす必要はないだろ。
ええ、それはもちろん。
そちらの方は？
お疲れ様。私の方は事情があって身分を明かせないのだけど、こういう催しでもあるし別に構わないのよね。
ええですが、一応そちらのガイ様とのご関係を伺ってもよろしいですか？
あら、恋人には見えないと言ってもまだお父様とお母様には内緒にしている関係なんだけど。
ごめん、僕が君の身分に釣り合わないばっかりに。でもきっと事業を成功させてご両親にお嬢さんをくださいって頼めるように頑張るから
期待してるわね。
失礼しました。
それではガイ様、お連れ様、どうか存分に今宵のオークションをお楽しみになってください。
なんだここは。
ハルトマン議長って噂には聞いていたけど、こんな壮麗な建物だったなんて。
ああ、想像以上だったな。ハルトマン議長、それにルバーチェ、ここまで大物だったのか。
ようこそお客様。シュバルツオークションへようこそ。お客様は初めてのご来場でございますか？
ああ、そうだけど。
オークションは午後9時から正面にあるホールにて開催を予定しております。それまでの間、左手にあるサロンで共応の用意をさせていただいておりますので、お酒やお食事などをお楽しみください。ちなみに今宵当館にお泊まりになるつもりはございますか？
いや、ホテルに部屋を取っているし、知り合いも待たせているからね。今回は遠慮させてもらうよ。
かしこまりました。もし気が変わられた場合、すぐにお部屋を用意いたしますので、遠慮なくお申し付けになってください。なお、邸内はご自由にご観覧いただいて結構ですが、いくつかの区画は立ち入りをご遠慮願っておりますので、どうかご容赦くださいませ。
ああ、わかったよ。
丁寧な案内ありがとう。
いえ、何かあったら私や他の使用人に遠慮なくお申し付けください。それでは。
オークション開催まで2時間くらいはある。一通り屋敷の中を回ってみよう。
ええ、わかったわ。
And now we get the task of exploring for the first time. I think there's like 3 or 4 cycles we'll be doing here. My wife is usually extremely shy. In order to bring her out for Shell, I decided to bring her along. She's going to survive in high society. It'll be important for her to learn how to handle events like this. It's the first time my husband has brought me along to the Speaker's Mansion. The anticipation for the auction is killing me. I do hope we'll be able to win something. Rest assured, the security team has everything under control. Please leave everything to us and enjoy the event. We're in the process of making final preparations inside the main hall. If you would please wait a bit longer, it would be greatly appreciated. My mansion back in the Empire is nothing to scoff at, but this place blows mine out of the water. Now this is what you call luxurious. Schwarze auction will begin promptly at 9 p.m. and will be held in the main hall. Until then, please enjoy a few drinks in the salon over to the door on your left. If you're hungry, food's available. One of the maids has the final back alley book for us.
どうやらここがオークション会場みたいだけど、なんかもうため息しか出てこないな。
なんだか奥の方に 水が流れているけど、正直ありえないくらい贅を尽くしている感じだわ。
とにかく他の場所も回ってみよう。どんな招待客がいるのか一通り確かめておきたいしな。
The waterfall's not really that impressive. We just need a pump. And then ideally, like, some sort of relief valve somewhere in case the pump breaks so it doesn't flood. Master's pet cat Elizabeth seems to have wandered off somewhere. Oh dear, I'm worried that she'll cause trouble for the rest of the guests. There's still a little time until the auction begins, dear guests. The main hall is still being prepared, so we would appreciate if you could wait a bit longer. I'm very sorry, due to the auction preparations, we would ask you to refrain from getting on stage. This is where the lots, the items up for auction, are going to be presented, so we have to take many precautions to guarantee their safety. Just want to make sure there's anything over here, because I think Lecter's at one of these, or he's going to be at one point. This is Elizabeth, by the way. I still remember quite a bit about this place. Basically the layout, not the order of events. That's the guy who got caught that I was referring to.
いいえ、ごまかされませんから。様子がおかしいと思ったら、やっぱり他の女性と一緒に来ていたなんて。
Dinner and a show.
やあ君たち、無事に入れたようで何より。おかげさまでね。それよりこれは何の騒ぎなんだ。ご覧の通り修羅場ってやつさ。
君だってそんないかがわしい格好の少年と一緒にいるじゃないか。まさかそういう関係なのか。
その子は困っていた私を手助けしてくれた恩人ですわ。クロスベルに来て右も左も分からず困っていたところを助けてくれて、オークション会場まで案内してくれて、わざわざ付き添いまでしてくれた。あなたとそちらの女性のようないかがわしい関係ではありません。
僕としてはそれ以上の関係になってもいいんだけどね。ねえ奥さん、そんな薄情なご主人なんか放ってこのまま僕と火遊びしてみない？奥さんみたいなけなげで可愛い女性嫌いじゃないしさ。
ラジ君、そんな。
君、人のワイフに色目を使うのはやめてもらおうか。
ああ、もうこれ以上付き合ってられないわ。ジェームズさん、火遊びをするんだったらもう少し上手に立ち回ってよね。まったく、とっとと他の招待客を引っ掛けないと。
ニキータ君、
やっぱり仕事上の付き合いなんて嘘でしたのね。もう愛想がつきました。私このまま実家に帰らせてもらいます。
エバリン、そんな。
なんだかお邪魔しちゃ悪そうね。
俺たちはこれで失礼させてもらうよ。それがいいね。また後で宴を楽しんでくるといい。
I'll meet up with you two later. This little fuss might drag on for a while, so I've decided to try to defuse the whole thing. Yeah, I guess we had nothing to do with starting the entire mess. Looking at that one seems you'll have your work cut out for you, so good luck. Evelyn, please wait, this is all my fault, every bit of it. Please don't leave me. Nikita, she tempted me into taking her. How can you stand there and lie right to my face? Have you no shame? I can't take this anymore. You better believe your mother will be here. Your mother will hear about this, James. No, please, anything but that. I don't care more if this is the way things are. I'd rather go with Wazy. There actually were people here. Suppose I have no choice but to give up on cleaning this until the storm blows over. I don't know, maybe the storm will clean it for you. Their arguments make me nervous, and I never clean well when I'm nervous. Doubt I'll be able to mediate this fight, considering this tense atmosphere. Yep, if only someone would call the police or something, you know. But, you know. James told me he would win me jewelry at the auction, but so much for that. Now I have to find another lonely guest while I still can. Typical men. So this takes you to the other side. I'm not going to go all the way over. I don't know if Lecter is here just yet. But when you're trying to make your getaway, you have to know what goes where. These are the guest rooms. No one's in any of them yet, it looks like. Oh. This auction is the perfect opportunity to forge new connections with influential people from all of Zemuria. My dear sweet daughter, how about we find you a good husband while we're here? Father, I think you just want to use me to make some new friends. Now think about it, isn't a political marriage the only reason you were adopted into Mother's family? You caught me. Father, you do love your jokes. If you really stop and consider it, there's no connection stronger than one forged by holy matrimony. Here, I was thinking this might be a good opportunity, but you're clearly old enough to see through me. Do we check this one? Yeah. Despite most hiding their real names, the people invited to this event are all powerful individuals from both the Empire and the Republic. Politicians and nobles are quite skilled at swapping out personas for each and every circumstance. Of course, that includes me too. Sad part is you can tell there's nothing of value here because LeBlanc hasn't shown up and robbed the place.
Okyakusama, 申し訳ありません。こちらはスタッフ専用の部屋になっておりまして。
なあ、それは失礼。広すぎて迷ったみたいだ。マフィアが詰めている待機場所ってところか。
おい、ちゃんとリスト通りに揃っているんだろうな。ああ、前半の出品物はそろそろ会場に運び出すぞ。
ひょっとして出品物はそちらの方に。
ええ。万が一のことがないよう我々で保管をしております。オークションで出品されるのを楽しみにしていただけると。
なあ、もちろん期待しているよ。それじゃ戻ろうか。
ええ、わかったわ。見つけた。ロイド。
いや、ごめん、なんでもない。早くここを離れよう。
I'm gonna have to take a break in a second, but we'll go over here to show you how you can cut through the area. Yep, Lecter is here.
Na, Eri, こういう設備を屋内に作るのにどのくらいのミラが必要だと思う？
私だってさすがに見当もつかないわよ。
The trick to something like this is actually the weight of the water, so the water is not going to be that deep in order to not need as much support to hold up. That's the whole trick to it. If you actually want like a few feet of standing water, then yes, that becomes extremely difficult to do.
こんな設備、お城にだってそうそうはないと思うし。
ハルトマン議長が昔からの名門とはいえ、そこまでの資産家なのか。うわっ！
あなたは。
よー、お二人さん。ドレスアップしたようだが、なかなか似合ってるじゃないか。おお。パーティーに清掃してくるだけの分別はあるみたいだな。
いや、その格好で言われても。
さすがにラフすぎる格好だと思いますけど。
ハルトマンのおっさんも自分の家のようにくつろげとか言ってたからな。あんたらもぼちぼち楽しんでるようで何よりだ。ま、俺に比べたらまだまだだけどな。え？どれどれ？お、あの辺りにするか。
いきなり何をやってるんですか？
信じられない。というか、こんな場所で魚が釣れるはずが。
お？お？ お、来た来た。
釣れちゃった。
よし、今日はなかなかいいものが釣れたな。これはクロエの土産に持って行ってやろう。
So real quick, if you didn't hear, he's calling the cat Kuro. They translate it as Noir. Just know that it's a black cat. It's Elizabeth.
観賞用の金魚の一種みたいだけど。っていうか、さすがにまずいんじゃん。
それではさらばだ。
Also curious if they translate koi fish as goldfish right there.
ま、あんたらの方もいいもん釣れるといいな。
ね。
まあ見なかったことにしましょう。
There should be more rooms. I'm not in much of a mood for the buffet. Meals truly taste best when you have maids serve them to you. Anything less just can't measure up. I managed to get an invitation from an acquaintance of mine, though I'm not sure if I belong in this kind of environment. I think I'm just gonna wait here until the auction starts. Wow, short haul. My husband adores dolls more than almost anything in the world. First, I found this fascination with them a bit childish, but since then I've come to truly appreciate their beauty. They have a charm to them that just pulls you right in. Rumor has it the highlight of tonight's auction will be a most exquisitely crafted doll. When I hear that, I can only assume it's the work of the Rosenberg studio. Can't wait until this finally starts. Okay, I'm gonna be going quiet, and when I finally have something I have to read, I'm gonna duck out and come back.
お客様、申し訳ありません。こちらは当館の主人の居室になっておりまして。
ということは、ハルトマン議長閣下の。
はい、その通りでございます。そろそろ1階左手にあるサロンに向かうかと思います。主人にご用がおありでしたら、そちらでお待ちいただければ。
そうか、わかったよ。
お邪魔しました。
立食形式のパーティーか。かなりの招待客が集まってるみたいだけど。
料理やお酒もさすがに高価そうね。一流のシェフを雇っているのでしょうね。
こんな状況じゃなければ喜んでごちそうになるんだけど、なんだか緊張して食欲がないな。
無理もないわ。
Speaker Harmon's name supposedly carries quite a lot of influence within the Empire. If I could somehow use this opportunity to get in his good graces, my future will be set. See, I'm back from my break. These men in the black suits working security, they're from Ravashenko, aren't they? That Marconi is deep within Speaker Harmon's pocket, that much is clear. I'll show him. Lapdogs like Marconi get tossed aside the moment they make a single mistake. It would appear you aren't very well accustomed to auctions like this, am I correct? Well, be careful. The excitement that comes from fighting a bidding war can be positively addicting. Every time I come to Crossbell, I'm reminded of just how laughably incompetent its police department is. I mean, they're not even able to shut down something that's clearly illegal yet widely known as this auction. Or perhaps it just speaks to Speaker Hartman's absolute authority over the state. Damn it. Apparently the centerpiece of this auction is being kept secret. I can only assume it's something of immense value. Perhaps it's something stolen by that Phantom Thief B. You look rather young, and to be given an invite to an event like this, you must either be a noble or a very wealthy individual. If you don't mind, could you tell me a little about your background? About that. Nervous, are you? It's no wonder given your age. I suppose it was a bit of a faux pas to ask such a question in a place like this. Please accept my apologies, young man. Here, have a nice long look at the Asmelia's ring I won last year. Is it not simply beautiful? This year I'm going to win something that can match its splendor. So that Speaker Hartman has connections with Erebonian's Blood and Iron Chancellor. Guess that's to be expected from a man descended from imperial nobility. His company isn't going to be the same as a common man's. What do we have here? I know I've seen those two faces before. Imelda. Why in the world are you here? An invitation found its way to my doorstep. Curiosity bid me come. Shady old lady as always. If you don't mind, could you... Don't worry, I don't intend to snitch. Knowing that you're here, sneaking around a place crawling with some unsavory people is quite amusing for this old woman. Tonight's dinner party was hosted and funded by Mr. Hartman entirely out of the kindness of his heart. On his behalf, please feel free to eat to your heart's content. Each dish presented tonight is an unmatched delicacy prepared by the mansion's very own chef. Please feel free to stop me if you need anything at all. Now, I believe this will cause the mafia to spawn in here.
あら、
キリカさん。
本当に奇遇ね。こんな場所であなたたちと会うなんてさすがに想定外だったわ。
これはその
いろいろと訳が。
まあいいわ。それでこの会場ではどんな名で呼べばいいのかしら。
どうしてそこまで。
あなたたちの立場を考えれば何をしているのか想像はつくわ。そして招待カードを渡すときには代表者が名乗る必要がある。で、何と呼べばいいのかしら。
ガイでお願いします。
わかったわ、ガイ君。私はそのままキリカと呼んでちょうだい。
わかりました。それでどうしてキリカさんはこの場所に？やはり出品物が目当てですか？
職業柄神塚の知り合いが多くてね。そういった人たちからどういう出物があるか確かめてほしいと頼まれたのよ。まあ市場調査といったところね。
なるほど。
しかしハルトマン議長という人はなかなか抜け目ない人物のようね。このオークション仕組みとしてよくできているわ。
よくできている？
どういうことですか？
決して摘発されることのない上流階級御用達の裏のオークション。それは各国の有力者にとって実に都合のいい場であるということよ。単なる盗品以外にも賄賂の品や資金調達のための横流し品、それらを自国で処分しようとすれば法律による摘発は免れない。でもこのクロスベルでは見なかったことにされてしまう。だからこそ帝国も共和国もこのオークションを黙認しているのね。おそらく今回の出品物の中にもいくつかあるのではないかしら。両国の政府筋から引き取られたいわくつきの品々が。
要するに国際的にも黙認されたブラックマーケットってことですか？
改めて聞くととんでもない話ですね。
もちろんそんな仕組みもクロスベルならではと言えるわ。あなたたちにとっては歯がゆい現実でしょうけど、まあ逆らうのは難しいでしょうね。
ボイド
ただよくできてはいても不自然な仕組みであるのも確かよ。万物は気の流れと調和によって成り立つ。歪んだものは歪んだままでは決して長続きはしないわ。何かきっかけがあればいつ崩れ去ってもおかしくない。その意味ではあなたたちの頑張りも無駄にはならないかもしれない。
キリカさん、
そう言っていただけるととても心強いです。
おしゃべりが過ぎてしまったみたいね。せっかくの機会だからいろいろなものを見てくるといいわ。それがきっとあなたたちの糧になるはずだから。
はい。
Still a chance to quash this auction once and for all may be closer than I thought. Make sure you look around taking it all in. I'm sure this experience will prove quite useful for you later on. Came with my eyes set on certain something, but it looks like I'm in for some unexpected entertainment instead. And here's the mob.
あれは
ご来場の皆様、当オークションの主催者が参りましたので。
ル ルバーチェの会長とハルトマン議長ね。
皆様ごきげんよう。当オークションを主催しておるルバーチェ商会のマルコーニです。早いものでこのオークションも今年で8回目を迎えました。年々来場される方々も増え、それに比例して出品物もますます充実したものになっております。これもひとえに皆様のご理解とご愛顧の賜物であると言えましょう。そしてもう一方、毎年私どもの催しにこの素晴らしい邸宅を会場として提供してくださっている方がおります。ご紹介しましょう。クロスベル自治州代表にして自治州議会をまとめる大政治家、ホルトマン議長閣下です。
たった今紹介に預かった自治州議長を務めるハルトマンです。今宵この素晴らしい催しの場を提供させていただくのは誠に光栄の極み。単なるオークションというだけでなく、各界の名士の方々が集い交換する出会いの場であるとも言えましょう。まだまだ酔いの口。オークションが終了した後にはささやかな夜会も用意しております。皆様におかれましてはどうか当館をご自分の家と思い心よりくつろいでいただきたい。
あれがマルコーニ会長にハルトマン議長か。議長の方はさすがに大物政治家って感じだな。
自らの権威が揺るぎないものであるのを確信しているからでしょうね。ルバーチェの会長の方は初めて見たけれど、思っていた以上に狡猾でやり手といった感じね。
ああ、どちらも一筋縄じゃいかなそうだ。できれば話してみたいけど、さすがに自重した方が良さそうだな。
ええ、私は一応議長と少し面識もあるし、直接コンタクトするのは避けてもらえると助かるわ。
わかった。さりげなくサロンから出よ
う。Of course we're not going to do that. It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance, Speaker Hartman. I'm most grateful for the invitation. You're that Republican Diet member, are you not? The pleasure is all mine. I've also been meaning to make your acquaintance for some time now. Is that so? Does that mean I can expect a healthy relationship between us now? Of course. You really bailed me out of a nasty situation when you did me that favor. Thanks to you, those cursed journalists weren't able to get their story. Ever since then, everything's been quiet. That's good news. So long as I stand at the helm of the Diet, it's only a matter of course that I lend you a hand. Besides, it goes without saying that I'll need everyone's support in the coming years. I always knew you were a sharp one, Speaker Hartman. I have high expectations for the both of you. Don't make any mistakes tonight. I don't want those police dogs to have a single excuse to come sniffing around here, understand? Have some faith. Don't worry, we're always careful in our endeavors. I plan to win a marvelous jewel in tonight's auction and go to this year's after-party a new woman. I'm expecting to see items just as stunning as the beautiful ring I won during last year's auction. Ladies and gentlemen, the auction will be starting shortly. With that, our friends will become our rivals. Let us take this time to deepen our bonds with friends and partners until it's time. Tonight we intend to present you fine men and women with some extraordinary goods. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck in winning what you desire. Speaker Hartman of the Imperial faction, Ravashenko's Don Marconi. I'd like to speak with them to gauge what kind of people they are, but I think it'd be best to step away for now. Every time I lay eyes on that Marconi kid, I can't help but see a big fat raccoon. That's just me and his mannerisms. His face itself reminds me of a raccoon. So that's Hartman, Crossbell Speaker of the Diet. Looks like quite the formidable man. Cocktail party end as the auction begins. Get something to eat while you can. I gotta hiccup. Really looking forward to the auction tonight. May not have any clue what sort of things they'll have for us to bid on, but there's no doubt in my mind that everything put on the stage will be a treasure in its own right. What is it? Pardon me if I seem unnatural, simply being as vigilant as possible to ensure the safety of our guests. We already read hers. The boss and Speaker Hartman seem like they're in a good mood. With luck, they'll stay that way. So there's one last arrival that I mentioned earlier. Here she is. Right after this, I guess.
妙だな。てっきり何か仕掛けてくると思ったんだが。
今のところは異常なしですね。さすがのヘイウェイもハルトマン議長の顔を潰すような真似はしないんじゃないですか。
バカ野郎、連中を甘く見るな。インはもちろん、あのザを有能すぎて組織の長老どもから疎まれてるって噂の切れ者だ。気を抜いてると喉笛に食いつかれるぞ。
はい。
しかし今回のオークション、妙な感じがしやがる。ヘイウェイ以外にもどこぞの連中がちょろちょろと紛れ込んでいる。そんな気配にしやがる。
それも戦場で培った傭兵としての勘ですかい？
俺も焼きが回っちまったか。このまま何も起こらずに終わるに越したことはねえんだが、久々に狩りがしたい気分。
マフィアの若頭。
おっと、こいつは失礼。
I didn't quite hear that, but she said Mafia Garcia? What?
当会場の警備を担当しているガルシア・ロッシと言います。防犯のため見回ってる最中でして、お見苦しいでしょうがご容赦を。
いや、見回りご苦労様だね。
なんとかしのがないと。
お客さん、どこかで見かけたことがあるような。
気のせいじゃないかな。あなたみたいな大柄な人、一度見たら忘れないだろうしね。
そうかもしれませんが、念のため名前を伺ってもいいですかね。
ああ、構わないよ。はじめまして、ガイ・バニングスという。
ガイ？あって、その名前もどこかで聞いたよ。
まずったか。
どうしたら遅れてしまいましたわね。ベルこんばんは、ガイさん。こんな場所で会えるなんて本当に奇遇ですわね。
ええ
本当に予想外だわ。
お嬢さんはどちら様で？
私の名はマリア・ベル・クロイス。お見知りおき願います。
IBC の
これは上から話は聞いておりましたよ。今年はついに招待に応じてくださったわけですな。
何度も断るのもさすがに失礼かと思いまして。こちらの方々は私の友人ですけど、何か問題でもありまして？
いやいや、とんでもない。改めましてようこそシュバルツオークションへ。まずはハルトマン議長にご案内いたしましょうかね。
議長閣下には後ほど改めて挨拶しますわ。それよりできればお部屋をご用意してくださる？先ほどまで商談をしていたので少し休憩したいのですけど。
かしこまりました。おい、マリアベルお嬢様が部屋をお所望だ。くれぐれも粗相のないようにな。
So if you didn't hear how he referred to her, Maria Bell Ojo-sama, basically calling her Princess Maria Bell. Like, some of the ways they describe stuff is so weird to me.
はい、それでは案内させていただきます。
なるほど、そういう事情でしたの。
Like, real quick, in case you're wondering what's so strange about it for me, since Ojo-sama does mean, like, high-class lady, a lot of times it's quickly translated as princess, even though that's Hime. Oh, for so many of these characters, they refer to each other by their first names, which I never see anywhere else. It's just weird. I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel the same or not.
なかなか大胆なことをしてますね。
ええ、まあ実際には見ているだけですから、ただの自己満足かもしれませんけど。
でも気に入りましたわ。エリーの同僚ならそれくらいの思い切りがないとふさわしくありませんものね。もう何を言ってるのよ。それにしてもベル、どうしてこんなところに？さっきの話を聞く限り来るのは初めてみたいだけど、ハルトマン議長からは毎年熱心に誘われていますの。ただまあ怪しい方々との付き合いがある人でしょ。お父様はいろいろと理由をつけて断っているんですけど、私の方はなかなかそうもいかなくって。なるほど、確かにそうかもしれないわね。
何か事情があるんですか？
前にも言ったけど、彼女は IPC の事業のいくつかをおじさまから任されているのよ。このミシュラムの開発計画を担当しているそうだから。
ええ
と言ってもホテルとテーマパークの運営に関わっているだけですけど、ただその関係でどうしても昔から住んでいる議長のお誘いはなかなか無限にできなくて、今年はこうして出席することにしたわけですね。
なるほど。
あらエリー、何か言いたいことがありそうな顔ですわね。まあね、ベルって自分が気に入らないことは絶対にやらないタイプでしょ。なのに事情があるからといってわざわざ足を運んだりして、何か他に狙いがあるのではないの？さすがはエリー。実は今回の出品物に面白い品があるそうなんですの。それに興味があったので出席することにしたのですわ。
それって
どういう品なの？ローゼンベルク工房製の初期のアンティークドール。構図家の間で破格の値段がついた幻の作品という触れ込みですわ。
アンティークドール、あの人形工房のですか？
やっぱりそれも曰く付きの作品なのかしら。盗品か、どこぞの資産家が後ろ暗い理由で手放したものか、詳細は分かりませんけど、噂では素晴らしい一品らしくて、コレクターの一人としてこれは見逃せないでしょ。なるほど、あなた昔からあそこの人形のファンだものね。
ちなみにそういう人形いくらくらいの値がつくんですか？
そうですわね。初期の作品は最近のものより一回り以上大きかったらしくて、ほとんど出回っていませんの。マイスターもそのサイズはもう作るつもりがないそうで、必然的にプレミアがついて、以前帝都で開かれたオークションでは500万ミラで落札された作品もあったそうですね。
人形一体にそんな値が？
まあ熱心なファンがいる芸術品みたいなものだから。しかしその様子だと手に入れる気満々みたいね。由来がどうあれ人形には罪はありませんから。もちろん盗品であった場合はしかるべき対応をいたしますよ。その上で前の所有者と交渉して正式に手に入れるつもりですから。
参りました。
かなわないわね。あら、
失礼します、マリアベル様。オークションの開催時刻がそろそろ近づいてまいりましたが。
そう、ありがとう。すぐに参りますから、後ろの方に3人分の席を用意してもらえるかしら。
かしこまりました。それ
ベル心配いりませんわ。私が議長と挨拶するのはオークションが終わった後ですし。構わないかしら、ロイド。
ああ、せっかくだから一緒に出席させてもらおう。マリアベルさん、よろしくお願いします。
こちらこそ。
And with that, we have Maria Bell with us now. Sadly, she's not like a guest where we can see her stats or anything, but there she is. Now, since the auction has started, I think a few of the positions may have changed, but almost everyone should be in the room now. Oh. So, this is it. I'm going to finally have to file a divorce, aren't I? Well, that's all I can think about. Wazy said this to me. The fact that you can't forgive him means that you really love him. I'll decide what's truly important to me. I need to thank Wazy for helping me understand that. With my husband reflecting on his actions, I decided to forgive him just this once. That was the first time I'd seen Evelyn that furious, and to tell the truth, I was petrified. Due to her extremely docile nature, I thought I could get away with anything, and I ended up becoming a womanizer. Can't believe she had such an intense personality hidden away all this time. Man, it's almost like Wazy, he gives the type of advice and insight that would be typical of a man of the cloth, you know? Beg your pardon, if you stay there, you'll be in our way as we transport the exhibits, make your way to the main hall. So we'll double time it out of there. I don't know if we can see Lecter around here or not. Still some time left before the auction, so I'm having myself a tour of the mansion. These decorations are mind-blowing. You can really feel how much authority Speaker Hartman holds. Trying to do the upper floors first. And we'll go here. Okay, this area is empty. Let's try Hartman's room. Yeah, it's Hartman's room up here, not Marconi. Personal room of the mansion's owner, the wonderful honorable Speaker Hartman. Hurry onto the main hall. Auction's beginning shortly. Since the auction's about to begin, the cocktail party is now closed. After tonight's auction, after party will be held in the estate's courtyard. We'd love if you could attend. Oh, don't worry about that party. Is something wrong? Mr. Hartman and the guests have already gone to the auction venue. We'll talk to them on the way back. Where's Wazy at? Must already be in the room. Thank goodness that couple finally stopped arguing. They were this close to drawing blood, and I have no idea what I would have done if it came to that. You would have grabbed a mop, duh. This here is the banquet hall where VIPs are normally hosted. It's not planned on being used today, so please refrain from staying here. Do I spy a man with no +1? I may just have to introduce myself. James certainly wasn't strapped for mirror, but I wonder how this man's wallet compares to his. Since I've been talking to this woman for a while now, I decided, heck, I should just invite her to the auction. Well, I've also had an ulterior motive. It wouldn't reflect well on me if I came without a partner. Thank Adios for placing a convenient woman like her in my life. The curtains are about to open. I'll show all these naysayers the Rosenberg studio doll as good as mine. What's this? It looks to me like my rival for the evening has finally made its appearance. You aren't the only one with the eyes for the doll, and I assure you I will not lose it. You have guts, young lady. Please try to go easy on me. It seems my dear husband is finding it hard to contain his enthusiasm. Once we were seated, I'll need him to cool his head before the auction starts. Schwarze auction will begin soon. Please head inside the main hall and take your seats as soon as possible. You must be Miss Maria Bell and her acquaintances, correct? I've heard about you from the guide. He'll be waiting for you inside the hall. We've prepared a row of seats in the back. Why, thank you. Come along now. Let's not waste any time and go inside.
マリアベル様、お待ちしておりました。こちらの席でよろしいですか？
ええ、ありがとう。さあ、座ってしまいましょう。
ええ。
さすがにちょっと緊張してきたわね。
ああ、ここにいたのか。
あら、 治君。
先ほどのご夫婦を見かけたけど、無事仲直りできたみたいだな。
そうみたいだね。これで僕も晴れてお役御免になったところさ。
そうか、よかった。
お疲れ様。面白い方とお知り合いみたいですよね。
ああ、こちらの彼は。
僕の名前はワジヘミスフィアだよ。 IBC 総裁のご令嬢マリアベル・クロイスさんだね。お会いできて光栄だよ。
あら規制を制されてしまったわね。
Like, right here, I kind of wonder, do the two of them know who each other are already?
ワジさんと言ったかしら。よかったら近くに席を用意してもらいましょうか。
いや、それには及ばない。実は少々そちらの彼らに伝えたいことがあってね。窓から裏庭を見下ろしたら犬が何匹も眠っていた。何か心当たりはある。
本当か？
犬というと例の軍用犬のことみたいね。でも眠っていたって。
マリアベルさん、申し訳ないですけど少しばかり席を外します。
いろいろと面白いことになっているみたいですわね。私のことはお気になさらず、せいぜいあなた方の代わりにオークションでの出品物を見届けておきますわ。
感謝します。
ありがとう、ベル。
庭に放たれていた番犬が何匹も眠っていた。何を意味してるのかな。
ああ、考えられるとすれば、何らかの侵入者が現れた。その可能性が高いかもしれない。
なるほど、確かに。
いずれにしても何かが起ころうとしている。それだけは確かみたいだね。
ああ、念のため屋敷の中を一通り回ってみよう。異変に気づけるかもしれない。
ええ、
僕も付き合わせてもらうよ。
So Wazy actually is a combat member, it's just we're not allowed to see him. Just what do they think they're doing? It's already past the start time, we're still waiting on some of the items. This isn't going to reflect well on the Dawn, and we'll end up being the short end of the stick by proxy. Excuse me. Everything's proceeding as scheduled, there's no need to worry. Is something the matter? The auction will be starting soon, I recommend you go ahead and find your seats. A little while ago, our boss told us he felt like someone uninvited was planning on causing trouble. There haven't been any reports of anybody trying to sneak into the auction among the guests as of yet. With our security, you can rest easy and enjoy this year's Schwarze auction. I'll stay here and observe what items are put for bid. I don't know if anything is going to happen, but try to be careful. If you're looking for the best of the best, look no further than the Schwarze auction. Never fails to entertain. Still find it hard to stomach the fact that all our mirrors going straight to Marconi. Don't worry, it's all part of wandering. Nothing major. Having this lady accompany me into the auction will boost my sway with people. In exchange for that, a jewel is nothing. You're going to be a man and win me a big shiny jewel, right? Of course, doing something like that is child's play. On second glance, isn't that blonde woman the IBC CEO's daughter? If I remember correctly, she has a burning passion for the dolls made by the Rosenberg studio. Dear, she could very well utterly destroy me should it come to a bidding war between us. Now's not the time to lose your cool. If you can't relax, you'll start losing bids you would normally win. Judging by Don Marconi's attitude in the salon, I expect more than just the standard fare in this year's auction. I have to be conservative with my mirror until the items I really want come out for bid. Showing how deep your wallet goes early on is the key to succeeding in the Schwarze auction. You have to bid with confidence, or else other bidders will find the motivation they need to keep going. You all look excited. Did something happen? Why would you say that? Just now when the auction is about to start, you got up from your seats, and quite the rush, I might add. Isn't it really natural to assume that something has happened? Your outfit isn't the only thing that's sharp, is it? That's quite the compliment. I can't say much, but something strange is going on in this mansion. I'm just not sure what yet. I won't let your guard down, Kiliko. Very well, I can't exactly leave the main hall, but I'll stay alert. All the VIPs have arrived, so all that's left is to look forward to tonight's auction. Don't look so tense, it's not good to overthink things. They say this event is run by the Mafia, so what kind of auction is this really? Guess I'll have to see for myself. No matter who I talk to, I can't find anyone that runs an honest business. It's a little intimidating, to be honest. It's finally time. Dear daughter of mine, do you know who's going to win the majority of the items up for bid tonight? Well, the one with the most mirror, of course. In other words, you, father. Exactly, I'm glad you understand. And they just repeat that. Father's confidence is truly something to behold. I look forward to seeing him in action once the bidding has begun. As self-assured as he is rich, today truly father is a paragon among men. Now, what am I going to take home this year? Today I accomplished what I came here to do, get in contact with Speaker Hartman. All I have to do now is make some large bids to make myself look good. Last year I fought tooth and nail in order to win a painting by the famous artist Luddy Renard. That mortified look my competitor gave me when I made that decisive bid, nothing will ever beat that. Hope this year's auction can deliver a thrill as great as that one. I won a pure septium ring last year. Well, I pray I win something of even greater value this time around. Looks like the auction is finally about to begin. I'll leave the bidding to my husband. After all, I'm not sure I'm used to this kind of environment just yet. No need to be nervous, dear. Try to think of this as if it were any other shopping trip. You could even think of this as buying things for a slightly more expensive hobby. If a Rosenberg Studio doll is really going to be up for bid, I imagine it'll be one of the final items. Still, the real question is what kind of price is it going to go for? I can't wait to see how that plays out. Let's see, auction list, check, gavel, check. Are you looking for the second floor seats? Please right this way. And here's the important thing. Oh dear, Elizabeth seems to have become quite fond of one of the guests, a Mr. Arundel, I believe he was called. I was quite shocked given her usual unsociable attitude. I suppose stranger things have happened. There, we can finally mark the stage check off our list. Found a book in the back. Its owner probably dropped it last year. Doesn't look like that particular guest is with us this year, though. If you'd like, I'd be more than happy to let you have it. There you go, the final back alley doctor book. No one up here, but Lecter should be over here, I think. With Noir, Kuro, or whatever you want to call Elizabeth. Lecter, what are you doing here? Oh, Noir just got a little attached to me and won't leave me alone. Handsome men like myself have it rough, you know. Of all the movers and shakers here, this guy's definitely the most entertaining. You guys know the auction's about to begin, right? You're not going to join in on the fun? No, unfortunately. We have some sun business to attend to, so we'll be stepping away for a short while. If you're leaving, the less competition the better, I always say. I'm not sure what business you need to attend to, but I hope it goes well. Thanks, as you caught on to her act. Dear guests, there's something the matter. Please don't roam around too much. Fortunately, it seems like they're not aware of anything just yet. It's quite convenient for us. If you intend to investigate, you should do it before things get out of hand. Good point. Let's take this opportunity to walk around the mansion while we still can. Auction staff have prepared plenty of seating for our guests. Please sit in whichever open seat you like. Or if you prefer to stand, we have space available on the second floor. We should have reserved our seats when the usher approached us about it earlier. Why is that, dear? If by some cruel twist of fate we end up seated near Nikita, it'll be way too awkward for me to deal with. It's a gesture of good faith. My husband's going to bid on quite a few pieces of priceless jewelry for me. How exciting. Okay, we're going to do this route. Between you and me, those guard dogs who keep in the courtyard are absolutely frightful. No matter what they tell me, I'm absolutely certain those are Ravashenko's warhounds. I managed to finish cleaning up the salon, at least for now. There's still the meeting to plan for this evening's events, though, so I believe we should meet in the banquet hall. So the trouble is on the 4th floor. We don't want to go through there. I don't think there's anyone in here. We'll double check real quick. I'm going to keep this in fast forward mode. Oh dear, this is quite the pickle. I decided to do a little exploring around the mansion, but I think I'm lost. I'll find my way back soon. The auction will start without me. In all seriousness, there's nothing here for us other than scans for the combat notebook, so once you have the back alley book, you're good. Mr. Harmon is currently putting the final touches on the auction program with President Marconi. Please keep your voices down. As I've said countless times, you can't do the combat notebook, but it's still nice to get the scans while we can. I don't know if I'll actually have the points to carry it over. There are certain things that are higher priority that I will be focusing on. But I am going to try to get as much as I can to carry over into Azure. I have to finish preparations for the after party before the auction ends. Well, this room won't clean itself. It's super busy tonight. I'm trying to keep all the videos under 2 hours if you haven't noticed, because Odyssey makes me manually upload stuff if it's over 2 hours. It'll automatically upload it if it's less, so that's my incentive there. I haven't looked at any other platforms to upload these onto, which I probably should, since There's always weird crap going on with YouTube, you know. Anyway, here's the event.
Damn it. 気絶している。
へえ、どうやら一撃で混沌させられたみたいだね。
こんなことができるのは。
とにかく中に入ろう。
てめえ、いつの間に現れやがった。
我が名はミー。月の光さすところにどこへでも現れよ
う。ふざけろ、くたばりやがれ。
我が名は最悪の者への探検。眠れ、白金の光に抱かれ。
バカな。
やっぱり
妙な気配がするかと思うが、お前たちも入り込んでいたか。
あんた。
へえ、随分とヤバそうな人だね。察するに巷で噂されてるインドのなのか
いかにも。テスタメンツリーダーワジ・ヘミスフィア。妙な気配の一つはお前のものだったんだね。そのように言えるようにまさに聞くまでも。
面白いことを言うね。それで僕たちも彼らのように実力で排除するつもりかい？
おい
お前たちを始末するのは簡単だ。この場を任せても面白いことになりそう。そちらの奥の部屋にはオークション後半の出品物がある。丁寧に流れた情報によると面白い爆弾があるらしいぞ。その目で確かめてみるとね。さらばだ。
おい、
なんて身のこなし。
やれやれ、噂にたがわぬ化け物みたいだね。やり合う羽目にならなくてラッキーだったけど。どうするんだいロイド。
時間がない。奥の部屋を調べてみよう。あいつが言っていた爆弾、本当にあるなら確かめてみたい。
そう言うと思ったよ。
仕方ないわね。できるだけ急いで調べるだけ調べてみましょう。
ああ。
So I have to be honest, I really can't hear what Yin says. I can hear the effect to a degree, so I can't really comment on how accurate what she says is what she says, and so on. Completely unconscious, and completely unconscious. So, yep, she got the hat trick, folks. Now, I know there's a recipe in one of the Ravash headquarters bookcases, but it's probably the main one. You can rest there, but I mean, we should be at full.
Douyara どうやらオークションの後半に出品されるものみたいね。まだ結構あるみたいだけど。
後半に出るってことはとっておきの品ばかりだろうね。時間もないことだし、手分けして調べてみようか。
ああ、どうやら本当に何かありそうだ。
Statue of Valkyrie, antique tableware, and a variety of ominous masks. This room is covered with all sorts of famous pieces of art. How exactly were they able to gather all this? I'm still worried about the bomb Yin warned us about earlier. Lloyd, are you alright? You went pale all of a sudden. It's nothing, don't worry about me. It's neither Ellie nor Waze you heard the voice. What's going on here? Now, the one thing I did hear is they are using the word Bakudan, which is bomb, so that is a literal, probably accurate translation. Certainly have quite the event planned for tonight, don't they? Since I'm already breaking the rules, I might as well take a souvenir with me. Listen, you know I can't let that happen. A joke, Lloyd, a joke. I'm not so low that I would stoop to thievery. That'd be breaking a commandment. Still, you have to admit that most of this stuff looks pretty fishy. It's a pile of ancient books and an assortment of other items, but luckily no black records to be found. Beautiful paintings on the ground. There's taxidermy of an endangered species. That is so messed up. Okay, time to examine it.
このトランクは随分大きいけど何が入っているんだ。鍵がかかっているけどこのくらいだったらなんとか。捜査官研修で習ったピッキング対策用の技術、まさかこんなところで使うなんてな。やった。もしかしてこれがローゼンベルク工房のまるで本当に生きているみたいだけど、でもこれは
お兄ちゃん誰？
どうしたの？
その子は君はどうしてこんなところに？
どうしたの？目をまん丸にして。お兄ちゃん面白
い。いや面白いってもしかして偶然中に紛れ込んだのか。お父さんとお母さんはどこにいるかわかるかい？
お父さん？お母さん？キーヤ、そんなの知らないよ。
キーヤ？君の名前はキーヤっていうのか。でも一体誰の？
ねえロイド、その子の格好どう考えても招待客の子には見えないんだけど。
ああ、もちろん分かってるけどさ。
なるほどね。どうやらその子が爆弾だったわけだ。ローゼンベルク工房の人形がしまわれているトランク、もしこのまま会場に運ばれてその蓋が開かれていたら。
なるほど。
へえ、お兄ちゃんロイドって言うんだ。ロイドいい名前だね。
どうも。そうじゃなくてキーヤ、他に覚えてることはないか？知ってる人とか住んでいた場所とか。
何も思い出せないや。
とにかく君をこのままにはしておけない。一旦ここを出て。
やれやれ、タイムオーバーみたいだね。
バカな侵入者だと。出品物を確かめろ。
電光石火ね。
ワジ、
どうやら覚悟を決めた方がいいんじゃない？このままだと確実に連中に捕まることになるよ。
わかった。キーヤ、俺たちと一緒に来てくれるか？君のことは絶対に守るから。
よくわかんないけど別にいいよ。キーヤ、ライドたちと一緒に行く。
いい子だ。二人とも 動きやすい格好に戻ってくれ。それと外で待機しているランディたちに連絡を。これよりこの子を連れて議長邸から脱出する。
分かったわ。
楽しくなってきたじゃないか。
Like, I kind of wonder if Yin behaving the way she did was a result of Kia's manipulations. Because we know she's influencing Estelle and Joshua, we just don't know if she's also influencing Ren, or... Like, how deep does that rabbit hole go, exactly? Anyway, Wazy's with us, so we have Deadly Heaven, Wild Joker as a support ability, but he's never able to be a support character, to my knowledge. Unless we're able to take him out of the party here somehow. Still have Phantom Rush, Broad Axe, and Trinity card. In terms of Orbment, if you want to see his EP cut, he's limited. He has 2 space slots back to back. That's interesting. Anyway, you can tell he's a caster character similar to Ellie because he has 6 in a line, compared to a lot of the melee characters only have like 2 or 3 at most. But anyway, hit 2, HP 2, attack 2, move 2, mind 2, action 2. I really don't care to adjust his crap any. Just know he can heal and he can cast a little bit of a variety of spells here. He also has Hollow Sphere of all things. That's weird. Also worth pointing out he's level 29, so maybe I'm under leveled for this segment, which would be kind of weird.
いたぞ侵入者だ。
キア、下がっていてくれ。
We are going to need to create an alternate, a save file of sorts soon. Now, I had to move a little bit. We need to scan everyone here because they're new enemy types. Member Ravash excels in close combat and wields a machete. May heal in a pinch. Level 27. Wazy, I want to hit stuff because I want to use his craft, so I need CP. Just realized I forgot to look at his gear, actually. Emperor Ravash uses powerful ammo that overcomes defenses, calls hounds as backup. So I want Wazy over here. Ooh, put him to sleep, that's cool. But anyway, I still plan on doing that. I really don't care about healing. So yeah, I'm good to execute this one. And that's it for that dude. He's stoned out of his gourd. Shatter. So she said something about being exciting or heart racing. That's generally what Doki Doki means. It's supposed to be like the onomatopoeia, I think is the proper term for heartbeat. We get a battle scope.
Kia, 大丈夫か?
大丈夫。キア平気だよ。
そっか。
随分と度胸のある子じゃないか。この調子でなんとか逃げ切れるといいんだけど。
とにかく急ぎましょう。
KTFO. Okay, it's the 3rd file. So this is Randy, this is Tio, this would be Ellie. And worst come to worst, if I'm wrong, I'll just reload and get a different record. It's gotten quite lively in the past few minutes. Wonder what caused that. Something the matter. We would be happy to assist you in any way we can. Do you have a wheelbarrow by any chance? Some of her Vashiko ran in here and told us not to leave under any circumstances. Why in the world would they be in such a rush? Sir, who is that child? I'm Kia, nice to meet you. To you as well. Did we have a girl this young listed among the guests? Sorry, we're in a hurry. Yes, ignore the fact that Lloyd has a badge on his chest and is wearing a police coat.
やはりネズミが出やがった。てめえら、狩りを始めるぞ。客はオークション会場に隔離して、屋敷の出口は完全に封鎖しろ。ネズミ一匹逃がすんじゃねえぞ。承知しました。
なんかでっかい人がいるね。
どうやら正面玄関から逃げるのは無理みたいね。
That's... yeah, that's the correct room. They've released the hounds.
なんかいっぱい来たよ。
屋内に犬を放つなんて。
なんとか撃退しないと。
来るよ。
ワンちゃんたちかわいいね。
やれやれ。
She called him cute.
さてと。
Yes, Kia, go pet the doggy, I dare ya. So they cannot be, paralyzed or whatever it is Lloyd inflicts. Can't be petrified either. Highly trained warhound develops it wears a newly developed suit of anti-arts armor.
任せてくれ。
So it doesn't resist the higher elements.
僕の番か。
任せてくれ。みんな、一気に行くぞ。
So hoping since the crit term was in effect, it'd go up to 50%, only gave us the 25. How stingy, you know?
僕の番か。
よし。やってや。
So she lost her buff there.
もらった。一気に行くよ。
ドキドキしたね。
出直してきなよ。
Got a reviving balm. So we need to go upstairs, I believe, to the Don's room. Or not Don, Hartman's room. I keep forgetting whose place this is.
ここは
確かハルトマン議長の部屋じゃなかったかしら。
へえ、さすがに豪華そうな部屋だね。どうやら先客がいるみたいだけど。
おいおい、先に気づくなよな。せっかく驚かせてやろうと準備してたのによ。
レクターさん。
どうしてここに。
お、これはなかなか。あんたらも随分と面白い魚を釣り上げたもんだな。
お魚ってキーヤのこと？キーヤ食べられちゃうの？
おう、頭からガブリと人飲みにな。ガオー、バカバカバカ。しまった、喉に詰まらせちまったぜ。
この人変な人だね。
それは十分すぎるくらい分かってるよ。
インといい、IBC のお嬢様といい、変な知り合いが多いな。これも君たちの人徳かい？
そんな人徳嫌すぎるんだ
というかあなたも十分変な知り合いでしょう。
おいおい、あんたらちょっと和みすぎだろ。もうちょい脱出者としての緊張感を持ってくれないとな。
いや、いきなりそんな正論を言われても。
おい、いたか。右翼は調べた。あとは左翼だけだ。議長の部屋も確認しろ。
何グズグズしてんだ。俺がいた場所があるだろうが。
迷っている暇はないわ。
これはレクター様。
おう、見回りご苦労。くせ者が出たらしいが、そろそろ捕まったのか。
いえ、ですが時間の問題です。ところでレクター様はどうして。
ああ、この辺りで変な物音が聞こ
える。変な物音。まさか侵入者。
おい、出てこいよ。
Now this is like in every single Trails game that I can think of. The old cat decoy.
怖がることないんだぜ。
何よ。
最初から私たちを突き出すつもりで。
猫。
おう、クロ、そんなに怖がるなって。犬に追いかけられて怖い思いをしちまったな。よし、この黒い連中に一言文句を言ってやれ。
人騒がせな。失礼する。
ああ、そうそう、今思い出したぜ。さっきそこの窓から妙な連中を見かけたんだが、あれがクセ者ってやつだったのか。
妙な連中？どういう連中ですか？
なんかちっこい女の子を連れてたみたいだが、裏庭の方に逃げていったぜ。
間違いない。目撃情報と一致するぞ。いつの間に屋敷の外に。若頭に報告するぞ。
見事な手並みだね。
その猫最初から用意してたんですか。
何のことだ。おや、裏庭に逃げたはずの連中がなぜここに。世の中不思議でいっぱいだな。やっ
ぱり変な人だ。
本当に助かりました。みんな一か八か玄関の方に行ってみよう。さっきの誘導で手薄になってるかもしれない。
ええ。
And here's where the time crunch is going to get interesting. Heck, the intruders from the back door are made here. You sure it's time to relax? See a weirdo, later little missy. Hey, wait, is calling me a weirdo a little harsh? We're going to be hitting this 2-hour limit extremely close.
よし、あの数なら
強行突破しましょう。
行こうか。
あ？な、外に出たんじゃ。
遅い。任せて。
So we should have both of these scanned already, as you can see.
行くよ。任せてくれ。
It's already in fast forward, but I didn't get it.
僕の番か。行くぞ。
Am I just having bad luck?
やれやれ。
俺の番だな。
ドキドキしたね。
よかった。
That's just thank goodness what Ellie says, in case you're not familiar.
騒がしいぞ。お前たちは。
丸っこい人。
マルコーニ会長。
問題ない。このまま脱出するぞ。アリベデルチ。
If you don't speak Italian, he just said goodbye. I think it means like until we meet again to be specific, but I don't speak Italian.
何をやってらお前たち。大きいんか。ガルシア、何をやってやる。
面白いことになってますね。しかしロイドさんが抱きかかえていたあの子。
So note that Maria Bell recognizes it, the girl. That's important. It won't come into play until Azure, though, just so you know.
ロイドさん。
よかった。無事合流できたか。
はあ、ヒヤヒヤさせやがるな。ってなんだその子は。
通信で伝えたでしょ。女の子を一人保護したって。ね
えねえロイド、この人たち味方なの？
ああ、信頼できる仲間さ。時間がない。早くここから。
そうはいくかよ。
やれやれ、読まれていたみたいだね。
若頭の指示通り貼っておいて正解だったぜ。
なるほど、警察の小僧どもだ。さすがに老いたが過ぎたみたいだな。
動力式の重機関銃、なんてものを持ち出しやがる。
しかもラインフォルトの最新式みたいですね。
抵抗してもいいんだぜ。
この間合いだったらあっという間に認知だろうがな。
ねえねえロイド、もしかしてこれがピンチっていうやつ？
ああ、どうやらそうみたいだ。
いや、まだみたいだね。
なんだ。
黒い人たちやられちゃったよ。
今のは
屋敷の方から飛んできたみたいだわ。
どうやら他にも助っ人がいたみたいだね。詮索は後にして逃げた方がいいんじゃない？
ああ、
今ならちょうど水上バスが来ています。
とにかく鳩場に向かうぞ。
Chakrams are Kilika's weapon. I just realized I didn't swap the order. We will leave Ellie out for the moment, just so you guys can see Wazy.
さてと、
まさか外区に犬を。
なんかいっぱいいるね。
来るぞ。速攻で蹴りをつける。
僕の番か。エニグマ駆動。
私の番です。
Okay, just wanted to make sure I had that. Oof, Avalon Gate is so tempting, man. Trying to overlay the two, but it's tricky.
ドライブ開始。
You have to remember she has a bigger radius, so.
とにかくアーケードを突破して鳩場に向かおう。一般市民が巻き込まれたら そっちもなんとかカバーするぞ。
That's your foreshadowing.
おお無茶言いやがる。
君たちも苦労してるね。
I'm trying to do like a basic attack with the Wazy so you can see the animation, it's just he won't do it. No time for detours, get the girl to the dock. Go to the hotel, people.
やめろ、一般市民を巻き込むな。
はあ、知ったことかよ。てめえらを逃がしたら俺たちの方がヤバいんだ。
Okay, they're far enough back. Okay, card crashed. Let's try this. So just to double check, everyone has been scanned. We will be leading off with a dark matter.
ドライブ開始。
任せろ。
So this is important to put everyone in blind.
僕の番か。
Yeah, that'll do. Okay, first one down. So that does separate them a little bit. Overall, I think I'm just better off swinging. That guy can't attack anymore, so let's try to knock the dog further away. Nice payout. So this line tells you that you get the full credit here. Otherwise, you'll say, I think I'm okay, or something like that.
何なのこの人たち。急いでホテルに避難してください。そこまでは彼らも踏み込んでこないはずです。
わかった。
もうやだ。ミシュラムなんて来なければよかった。
Don't have time to waste. Ah, so they'll let you take a quick breather. Thing is, we really don't need it. We're still in almost pristine shape.
しまった。
お船行っちゃったね。
そんな、まだ出港時刻では。騒ぎを聞いて出港を早めたのかもしれないわ。正しい判断といえばそうかもしれないけど。
僕たちにとっては最悪の判断だったみたいだね。
いたぞ。追い詰めろ。
So the question is, can these guys swim? It's only an hour away by boat. We don't know how fast those ferries travel, but I imagine it's not too fast. I believe you should be able to swim for an hour.
逃げるだけ逃げるぞ。
Assuming you know how to swim.
ボートかなんか波止場に止まってるかもしれねえ。
ああ。
Then again, we don't know the currents or anything.
何にもねえのかよ。
このままじゃ。 ここまでか。
やれやれ、てめえらだったとはな。
ガルシア、ロッシ。
支援かのガキども、ずいぶん久しぶりじゃない。道理で見たことのあるガキどもだと思ったわけだ。まさか招待カードを手に入れてオークションに潜入するとは。
別に警察の人間が参加しちゃいけないという決まりはなかった。
別に構わず、来る者は拒まず、お得。しかしまあ正直侮ってたぞ。まさかヘイユへと結託してここまでの騒ぎを起こすとは
な。なんでそうなる？
インと私たちは何の関わりもありません。気絶した部下の方たちに聞いてみたらどうですか？
むしろ侵入していた彼を追い払ったようなもんだしね。
そうなのか。まあそんなのは今更どうでもいいんだよ。問題はてめえらが俺たちのメンツを潰したこと。その落とし前だけはきっちりとつけさせてもらわねえとな。
投稿すると言っても聞いてくれなさそうですね。
せっかくの仮に獲物の悲鳴を聞かないってのもしばらねえ話だ。安心しろ、命までは取るつもりはねえ。腕の一本か二本で勘弁してやるか。
本気みたいです。
たく年を考えろよおっさん。
せいぜい楽しませてくれ。久々の狩りで血がたぎっているこのキリングベアをな。
来る。
Sadly, there's a lot of scenes after this, since this is the chapter finale battle. So it's important to note here is this is where you find out Randy's identity. Emperor Ravash wields the largest Rhineford-made heavy machine gun. I think we'll use this somewhere along the line, so for now, let's slow him down. Waze, you had one job, dude. You deserve a lot more than that, dude. Ravash is underboss. He overpowers enemies with martial arts he earned as a Jaeger. Immune to quite a lot, actually. Oh my god, they got the delayed move to connect. Keep in mind that is his S break. I can't believe he evades twice. This is the time for this. go ahead and heal Lloyd this time.
ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな。
それありがとう。任せてくれ。みんな
援護するわ。
She does that now.
行くよ。
私の番です。そこです。
俺の番だな。
よっしゃ。
行くよ。
I'm just gonna fire it off now.
覚悟はいいかね。そら。デッドリー。
1984. Good book.
ドライブ開始。それ。
ここだ。
一気にボトル使い。いいね。
やるじゃねえか。
So he did just burn one of his strength turns, I need to point out.
行くぞ。
And keep in mind, Lloyd is my tankiest guy.
分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。
Doing that to put the defense debuffs back on him.
はい。
We're gonna be cutting this really close whether or not I can get it in time.
エニグマ駆動。
Wazy is 1 point off.
よし。
So I thought he could be delayed.
楽しくなってきたぜ。
Anyway, he's just gonna burn more of his turns and stuff there.
さてと。
Would have helped a little sooner, just saying.
エニグマ駆動。
よっしゃ。
Uh-oh. Someone's dead. Lloyd is. This is gonna deal like 2100. 24. Roughly 25.
すまない。みんな。さてと。
Okay, good. He didn't die.
エニグマ駆動。
任せろ。ありがとう。やれやれ。
You missed again, dude? That time you only hit Randy.
任せてくれ。さてと。
Connect this time. Anyway, scenes from here on out till the chapter end.
出直してきなよ。
You guys got to see everything Wazy can do, except for his impede move, sadly.
手こずらせてくれたね。
若頭、大丈夫ですか？味見だけのつもりだった。楽しませてくれるじゃねえか。
生き返っちゃった。
バカな。
あのバルドよりもはるかにタフみたいだね。
化け物が。何を目してやる。ランドルフ・オルランド。てめえだって同じだろうな。
ランディ
やっぱりそうだったか。大陸西部最強の両兵団の一つ、赤い星座。その団長の息子にしてガキの頃から大部隊を率いて敵を殺しまくった赤き死人。闘神の息子ランドルフ・オルランド。
闘神の息子
赤い星座、有名な両兵団ですね。そうだったの。
バレちまったら仕方ねえか。まあそのおっさんの話は大体間違っちゃいねえぜ。闘神の息子って呼び名はヘドが出るほど気に食わねえから
どうやら訳ありでクロスベルに流れてきたらしいね。俺の古巣西風の旅団と赤い星座は昔からの宿敵。ちょうどいい。ここらで因縁の対決と言ってみようじゃねえか。今度はタイマン勝負でな。
おいランディ、
ここは任せろ。このおっさんを倒せたらなんとか突破口が開けるはずだ。俺のことはいい。とにかくこの場を切り抜けろ。
そんな
ダメよ。らしくないです。
爆発的な闘気を引き出す両兵ならではの戦闘技術。そうこなんじゃな。下がれ。
すごいね。
ビリビリする。
このままじゃ。
この遠吠えは。
こら怯えてんじゃねえ。犬こるね。
あれは
ぐずぐずすんな。とっとと乗り上がれ。
課長、
ボートだ。
ナイスタイミングです。
行かせるか。てめえ。
悪いなおっさん、今回は付き合いなさそうだ。それよりあんたら知ってたのか。人間の子供をオークションに出品しようとしてたの。
何。
この子は出品物の部屋にあった革張りのトランクに閉じ込められていた。それが何を意味するのか。
何をふかしこいてやがる。あのトランクにはローゼンベルクの人形が。
まあでも事実だからね。ことと次第によってはただじゃ済まないんじゃない。
やれやれ、妙なことになってるみたいだな。ルバーチェの改めて話はつけさせてもらう。そっちはそっちで状況を整理しておくんだな。特務支援課撤収。とっとと全員乗り上がれ。
はい。
他にボートはないのか。
皆さんご静止かに。少々ハプニングはありましたが、予定通りオークションを開催して。
それより先ほどの銃声は一体何だったのかね。
我々を誰だと思っている。
ことと次第によっては自治州政府に抗議しますわよ。
どうか落ち着いて。
使えん連中、よりにもよって私の顔に泥を塗る。
ホルトマン議長、一体どちらへ。どうか待ってください。
オークションもお流れですわね。少々当ては外れてしまったけど、面白いものが見られたからよしとしましょう。
言っちまったな。できればもうちょい本格的に遊びたかったな。あの辺りで我慢して。
我慢も何も好き放題にやっていたのではなくて、鉄血宰相とハルトマン議長の間に作られたパイプ、そのつなぎ役としてはいささか不適切な言動が多かったように見受けられるけど。
何のことかな。別に俺は誰かさんみたいに直接助けたわけじゃないからな。いいのかあれ、完璧に内政干渉だろう。
ああ、あの円月輪はなかなか見事だったわね。院とかいう噂の教師でも現れたのかしら。
そうきた。ま、今回の俺の主要任務はあんたに会うことだったしな。ロックスミス機関キリカ・ローラン室
長。さすがに耳が早いわね。帝国政府付き二等書記官。いえ、帝国軍情報局所属レクター・ランドール大尉と呼んだ方がいいかしら。
ま、お互いカードはある程度見えてるってことか。そんじゃホテルのラウンジあたりで話すとするか。クロスベルでの諜報戦に関する今後の取り組み、不戦条約と動力ネットを視野に入れた新時代のルール作りってやつ。
ええ、始めましょう。破壊工作とテロリズムで状況を動かす時代は終わったわ。かつてのような不幸な事故をクロスベルで起こさないためにも、私たちは仮初めとはいえ新たな秩序を構築する必要がある。
なるほどな。ま、俺の忠告を完璧に無視しやがったことは一旦置いておくとして、
すみません。
問題はその子だな。ことと次第によってはとんでもないことになるかもしれん。
だな、オークションで人形の代わりに出品されるところだったこと。
ああ、良くない想像ばかり。働いて。
まさかマフィアもそこまで愚かなことをしないとは思うけど。
キーヤ、とんでもないことになっちゃうの？
大丈夫、そんなことにはさせないから。それよりキーヤ、名前以外について何か思い出せたことはあるかい？
I should mention real quick that the positions everyone's in on the boats here in the boat here is a clue to the bigger picture.
全然思い出せないや。
そっか。
困ったわね。
そういえばランディ、
まあ俺の話はおいおいさせてもらうさ。まだ俺が支援下にいてもいいってんだろ
怒るぞランディ。
ランディさん、たまに空気読めなさすぎです。ええ、あんまりバカなことを言わないでちょうだい。
悪い。
ねえワンちゃん、ロイドたちどうしたの？
これも一種の青春ってやつじゃない？
青春？
緊張感のかけらもねえな。
そういや俺たちさっきまでマフィアに追われてピンチだったんだよな。
なんだか実感がないわね。
残念ながら夢ではなさそうですけど。
ま、とにかく全ては支援課に戻ってからだ。明日からしばらくの間限界態勢になると思っておけ。
はい。
And with that, the Crossbell Anniversary Festival comes to an end. They have to total up all of our points first.
大変でしたね。わわ、大変でしたね。
This was saving the people, I think.
さすが皆さんです。
Never reported Colin?
わわ、大変でしたね。
And 252 is our target. Grill in the trunk unlocked. So I'm pressed for time, but one thing I wonder, did Maria Bell, well, like, was there a doll there and Maria Bell stole it and put Kia there instead? Because when we see Maria Bell in the future, she does have 3 dolls, but we've only seen 2 so far. So that's just something we have to be mindful of, because we have to pay attention in Azure to see what all Kia's changed. But anyway, that is something we're going to be worrying about in like 6 months from this video. I don't know when the Azure game comes out exactly, but just one thing to remember. If you have any questions about foreshadowing and want me to explain stuff, just put a timestamp and a comment and I'll answer it to the best I can without going overboard unless requested. Anyway, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching and goodbye.